Um, okay, well, they're no longer bouncing up and down the divisions, and they've sort of found their happy place in the middle of the table. Would that be an accurate description of how the season played out?
Yeah, I think if you put it all together, everybody around FC Cologne should be, and I think was happy about last season. They played international football again in the Europa Conference League. Unluckily, didn't make it out of the group, although the group was not so strong with Partizan, with Nice and Slovácko from Czechia. And but they had a very solid Bundesliga season, ended 11th. They had some remarkable games. I think the fantastic and still, I think it's difficult to explain what happened there on the day when they were beating Werder Bremen 7-1, the highest win in many years. They were defeating Borussia Dortmund, and they got a draw in Munich against Bayern that they deserved. So they never got into problems concerning going down. And so I think it was a good season, with overshadowed by two things. I mentioned the Conference League, where they had these riots in September when they were playing in Nice, because a small group of Cologne supporters, together with their friends from PSG, created chaos inside the stadium. So that was a very disappointing experience. And toward the end of the season, there was almost a catastrophe looming with this transfer ban by the UEFA, um, concerning Cologne had signed a youth player from Slovenia, and it was said, also they were accused of doing something that wasn't allowed, and there was a transfer ban, but this transfer ban so far is suspended. So, but probably this summer they have to prepare themselves for 2 seasons to get their players together.
Yeah. And that means that going forward, there is a sense of calmness that we haven't always seen at Köln. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, that's true. The club still is in financial trouble. The situation is better now than it was before, and I think when we put this together, the financial situation and the sporting situation is very interesting, because we can say that Cologne is an overachiever of their financial means. And they, before the start of the season, they had to release Salihamidzic and later on Anthony Modeste, both to Borussia Dortmund, some two key players they managed to replace. And they have to do this again this summer. I mean, we talked about Jonas Hector ending his career, but also Elias Skiri, the number 6, maybe one of the most important player for FC Cologne. He will leave the club without any transfer fee because his contract runs out. We don't know yet where he'll be signing for. Is it true? Have you heard that there were rumors that Bayern might sign him? Would that be an option? Do you
I
think
haven't
so?
heard those rumors, which is not to say that
Okay.
they're not true, but
So not like not a glamorous player for the number 6, but to have him as a kind of workhorse. But I don't know if that would make sense. But they have signed replacements for him. A 20-year-old Dane is coming, Jakob Christensen from Nordsjælland. And also they have a replacement for Jonas Hector. It's Lea Paccarada from St. Pauli, who played an outstanding season in the second division there. They signed now Julian Chabot, who was on loan from Sampdoria, who I think is for me was one of the big surprises as a center back, very good player. And on loan they will have for next season Luca Waldschmidt, who used to play for Germany, but had some kind of, I don't know if you would agree, underwhelming career in recent years.
Yeah, hasn't quite kicked on after that promising start.
Yeah, so he played for Frankfurt, Hamburg, and then he rose in Freiburg, went there to Benfica, came to Wolfsburg. But it's yeah, maybe maybe at Cologne they get him going. And Steffen Baumgart is probably the man who gets somebody going who hasn't been going so far, because I think he is also, I don't know if you would agree, one of the managers of the season again.
No, absolutely. I think the way that he kept Köln really safe. They finished in 11th. Never really too much trouble as far as relegation battle is concerned. That is, yeah, fantastic achievement. And also, I think the energy and the entertainment that he brings to Köln, he seems to be the perfect manager for that.